Welcome back to the channel, Akila Wonders, where I work and play and travel for fun, living outside my Nissan Rogue. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Good morning. Okay, so I have made it to the next adventure, next destination, and I am in... Can you see? Yes, I have made it to the one and only Palm Springs, back in California. This is my third assignment, let's just say. And this is the second time I'm in California. But I'm ready for this Southern California vibe. I was in Ventura the first time. And yeah. So I am staying at the Hyatt because my mom is visiting, and well, she's my mom and she doesn't quite understand car van life, so she is trying her best to wrap her head around the fact that I want to do this lifestyle. You know, the sun and black people don't always mix. Okay, now I know what to do. All right, so I have to go get my ID. And let's take a tour around Palm Springs, okay? Okay, guys. So I just wanted to take you guys on my onboarding process. I'm going to the hospital to get my ID. So I just wanted to take you guys along to witness all the things that I usually do. When I started a new assignment, my mom asked me if I was nervous. And at this point, because of all my credentialings and all the confidence that I gained over the years, I'm not anymore. If anything, it would just be how the staff receives me. Sometimes I'm known to do too much. I care too much, but that's just me, you know. I've been in healthcare since 2005. I started out as a CNA, and I quickly fell in love with healthcare. I've always wanted to do healthcare, actually. When I was little, I used to watch ER. That's pre Grey's Anatomy. That's the original Grey's Anatomy. And I wanted to always be a doctor. I always wanted to say stat. I don't know. I never even knew when I was little what that even meant, but I always be like, you know, cutting up my little teddy bears, putting hearts in them and compressing them, thinking I was doing something. Anyway. But I always was in love with healthcare. I didn't see me doing anything else. So having that aspect of me embedded in me when I was little really has made the course of what I'm doing now. So again, I started as a CNA. I got 2 more certificates on top of the CNA, which was phlebotomy and EKG technician. I did that for about 5 years. That made me to become a PCA, patient care technician, or some people call it nurse technician. So did that for 5 years in New York City. I got burnt out. I wanted to be a nurse, and that didn't work. So, and it only didn't work because I had my priorities. I had my priorities mixed up, and making all this money and not managing my money properly, getting in debt and trying to live this YOLO life before YOLO was a thing. And I literally spent more than I made, just working a lot of overtime, and I never got back to school. Then after getting burnt out for all those night shifts, double 16-hour shifts, 16 hours times 3 shifts, I ended up becoming EMT. I got burnt out from patient care, bedside care, and wanted to be an EMT, just go help people on the outside and then drop them into the hospital and just be about my business. The only problem with being an EMT in New York City was that it is a boys club, and they kind of don't respect like basic EMTs if you're not FDNY. Sorry, no shade to the FDNY. You know, I respect my brothers in blue, but it was always just like they're here and everybody else is just nothing. So I did that, and the real reason why I quit being an EMT, to be 100% honest with you, the pay was, like, if you're not an FDNY, the pay was horrible. But I didn't know in the city, like Manhattan, that if the floors are, the building floors are only 5 floors high, there's no elevators. So with an EMT, you had to bring everything: oxygen tank, your medical bag, the stretcher, everything. And then to just bring the patient down 5 set of stairs or up 5 set of stairs, it was a lot. And I didn't realize how labor intensive it is, but I do miss the rush of it. I think I started the EMT to go into paramedics, and then I got distracted again. After becoming an EMT, I went to become an ER tech. And ER tech, I just worked in an emergency room, fast pace. But I have this 5-year itch, and I kind of like change directions after a couple of years. And like the most I could do is 5 years doing the same thing. In between me working as an EMT, I got a job as a patient care technician again to go work in the city. And I always wanted to work in the city. That was always a dream of mine. And when I'm working in the city, I was like, my whole goal is to become administration. I wanted to change total directions and become admin. And to get a job where you don't start off that way, you have to work and whatever you can get, and then you have to wait for jobs to come up. And that's how I got working in rehab department in one of the top rehab hospitals. And I did that, and at first I was in love with it, because again, I am good at adapting to new things, and I want to learn. I want to be the best I can be. And I got to dress up. I got out of scrubs and navy blue, you know, EMT outfits. I was able to have my Carrie from Sex and the City moment. So I did that, and that lasted about 3 years. I did not realize how much politics are involved in working in the office space, and they very, very much let you know that they are not interested in all the time. Your feedback is not warranted. So, and it's kind of hard for me not to express myself, especially when I know things are not being done correctly, and especially if I go into the head of the class and I'm telling you, like, this is not working for the rest of us, you know. But me being an advocate for the staff never really worked out for me, so I couldn't deal with the brown nosing you had to do. I couldn't deal with, you know, being a teacher's pet. You know, I just want to go to work, get my work done, do the best I can, help the patients, and be about my business. You know, I don't want to kiki with people that don't even like me as a person. So climbed up as much as I could there, and then I was just like over it. They just wasn't respecting me there, and a lot of times I wasn't giving myself like enough credit for what I was doing, and I was just always seeking more and more and more, and I just was seeking it in the wrong place. So after I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore, in between that, working at the rehab center in the hospital in the city, I always had 2 jobs because I always had more bills than money. I worked at another hospital closer to home in Long Island, and that's where I was in medical records. And that was a good job because it was after work, it was data entry. I mean, literally it was the easiest money I think I've ever made, because I didn't even put any effort in that job. Sometimes it's good to have 2 jobs because you don't know which hospital has opportunities and when they're going to come. I mean, I don't recommend anybody working as many hours I worked in my lifetime, but I did. I'm grateful for it, because then that job had an opportunity to change the position to work in the operating room, and work in the operating room as a sterile processing technician, and they were giving a free course, and the terms were you had to receive the certification within 6 months of the course. Was like, bet, like, you want to give me free education? I'm down. Didn't know anything about stereoprocessing, didn't even know it was a thing. A stereoprocessing technician is someone who re-sterilize instruments for surgery. Sterilization means 0 bioburden and bacteria. It is 100% sterile. to enter the body cavity, and we have to reprocess them. Some people call it glorified dishwashers, but as you saw in my other video, what I do for work as I travel, you can see it's not dishwashing at all. There's a lot of documentation involved into that job, and when I started, I didn't know anything about it, which is always a good thing because I never have any preconceptions or, you know, just bad ideas of what I'm getting into. I honestly wanted to get into stereoprocessing because I was like, oh, well, this could lead me into surgical tech, and maybe I could finish my degree in surgical tech, but another story, different time. So I did that for about 6 months, as the course was 7 weeks, and I did it. I finished in March. I took it in March and I passed it first time. I think I'm a good test taker, honest, because I didn't even read the book, but I'm more hands-on. So once you tell me something, I'm just like, oh, it's in my brain. I did that, and I really did really well. And the only other thing there is that once I figured out I could travel and do this, I kind of omitted my way into traveling, and it worked for me. So all that to say, sorry, I'm driving in a town that I don't know. All that to say, I love healthcare. I love what I do now. After getting my certificate in my CRCST, Certified Registered Central Sterile Technician, I climbed up and got my CIS, which is a Certified Instrument Specialist. I did another job while I was in California. I did a per diem job to get my CER, which is Certified Endoscopy Reprocessor, where I work with the GI scopes, and I'm in the OR working in the procedure room. And then I got my CHL, which is Certified Healthcare Leadership within the realm of sterile processing, and I did that so I could become a manager eventually, and I did. I worked my way up to be a manager somewhere else, but overall it's been 15 years and it's been a whirlwind, and it's been good. I really appreciate all of my struggles and all my triumphs. They go hand in hand, and I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I wouldn't dream of being a nurse because it just wasn't my passion. At the end of the day, I always like to go against the grain, as I am living in my car on purpose. So that has always been my MO, and you know, I like it. Any questions, any feedback you guys want to give me, let me know. I'm just giving like quick videos, just trying to stay away from the edits, and that way it helps me, you know, get more videos out. And I'm going to go and get my ID, and that's going to be fun to just see the hospital and see the scenery of the town that I'm going to be living in. So join me in the next video, and another video coming out is how do I stay cool, because it is 95 degrees and it is 10 a.m. and when I was outside last night, it just stays around 80 degrees, but it's desert 80 degrees, and so I want to see how I feel about you know, I just want to see how I'm going to work my way through this desert heat during the nighttime with these little gadgets that I have. Any ideas, let me know. I'll try them out. Alright, so see you guys in the next video. Bye. Okay, so I'm here now, and I have to go to Human Resources, so let's find out where that is. Oh, I passed it. There it is. All done. There's one little issue. My ID says I am not an RN. I know the video I just talked about being an RN, I just dropped it, but I am not an RN. I gotta go tomorrow and tell them that no, I'm in sterile processing. I do not want to take credit for schooling that I never did. That is so funny. I've never I'm not an RN. I've never had that happen before. I have to try to see if I can get that fixed. I don't know what my portfolio says, so I don't want to have any access or any obligation, obviously, to do something that I don't do. I will try to have that fixed tomorrow during orientation. But that is funny. Probably going to keep that badge. And I'll tell you why in another video. That is funny to me. Okay, so I just wanted to see what I was working with. I think this is the employee parking lot, so hold on. Ford Transit. Ford Transit. And another Ford Transit. Oh my gosh. I think those are work vans. But either way, I am so stoked. April 30th, 2021, here I come. All right. I am done. Orientation, I just flew past that. I just need to get in and get out. Did some orientation of the department today, and they are in the process of moving to the new department, and I cannot wait to show you guys. I've been working in healthcare for so long, and when a department is brand new, it is the best. So I can't wait to show you guys that tour. And I got a parking permit. Hold on. Okay, so I got a parking permit. It's a little sticker here. Put in the window. That's exactly where I'm going to be sleeping, in the employee parking lot at nighttime. So safety, check. I won't be doing it every day. I'm going to move around, like maybe one time in the emergency room, maybe one time. The campus is so big, I can get away with it. On the weekends, I'm not sure yet. I just think I'm going to just do how I did in Dallas and just pick different areas to sleep in, so that way the car is just not looking like it's been there a long time or there frequently. So we are going to finish up this video with things that I do when I get ready to start a new assignment. Like, I check out the environment and my surroundings. I need to get a Anytime Fitness membership because of COVID-19. The Planet Fitness are not open 24 hours, and that is going to be a problem for me. I mean, I can work up to 5:30 and I get to the gym and take a shower, and the gym closes at 7, but I'd rather have something like Anytime Fitness where it's 24 hours, it's a fob, and there won't be anybody watching me. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to sign up for that membership, freeze my Planet Fitness membership, and if it changes, then I will, I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, that is the plan. After that, I have to pick up some Amazon packages. I have a new little gadget that I want to review, and then it's back to the hotel, have my last dinner with my mom. She leaves out tomorrow, so that is the plan. So let's go along and see what Palm Springs have to offer. Okay. We're driving now to Anytime Fitness. has this thing, and every county has this thing. Just waiting for the temperature to come down. Right now it's 104 degrees outside. So we're just having to wait for the seasons to change. Everybody's telling me I came at a good time and that the temperature will come down. Okay guys, so that wraps it up for this video. I didn't close it out well. I was just pulling into the Anytime Fitness, where I did sign up for that membership, and I kept both of the gym memberships so I can have options to take a shower and use the bathroom. Thank you guys for following me on this adventure. I have so many videos coming up, so look out. See you next time. The Anytime Fitness is about 8 minutes away from the hospital. This little
yeah.